Going live. 3, 2, 1, I'm live. We got 3, 4 people. I am a hot mess, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, who's on? Who's on? I know it's Thursday. It's 8 o'clock. My hair is a mess. This. I should just wear a hat. But all my hats are in my truck. Leave who you are in the comments so I know who I'm talking to. I can't tell. It's not like Facebook Live, unfortunately. I can't see who's on besides me. I don't think I can. I got one more group on Facebook to post on. Hey, Canada, Lakers, baby. Yes, sir. I will be scouting for Lakers tomorrow. Super excited about it. What's up, John? Where were you fishing today when you caught that sucker fish? You can just DM me. Hey, Matt from New Hampshire. Hey, Canada Fishing Channel. I gotta check your channel out right now. Unfortunately, I can't click on it from here. Canada Fishing Channel. That sound like your channel? Really, John? That was caught in that lake? Hey, Nick Cody. I am going to subscribe to your channel right now. DIY jigging machine for ice fishing. See, that should go viral. Not viral, but like should do well. Hitting the ice. It's quite slushy out there on Sun Up Your Region. Yeah, I was, for the first time ever, I thought I was going to fall through yesterday. But the ice was safe. It was just like this much crust on top and then like water and then like this much ice underneath. And I was like looking at my phone, walking, carrying my stuff, and it just like sank down and like scared the crap out of me. But lucky I didn't fall through. I checked the ice in that area anyways. It was safe. Yeah, John's that guy we were fishing with that day that talked to you after, he said he saw one swim by his sight fishing hole. Oh, that's sick. I need some suckers for tipping ice fishing jigs. You know what I can do? Yeah, I can just do this instead of having the camera in the middle. Hey, I'm moving you guys. Hold on. Please hold. There we go. That's what I use it for. I have caught. Sweet. Yeah, I need just like the one John showed on the video is like, I don't know. How big was that? 14, 15 inches? It's huge. And for that pond, that's pretty big for that pond. I'm gonna see. Hold on, I'm gonna see if this thing works. See if I can actually. I can't hear myself. I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself. That's good. Making sure everything is all nice and clear. Does it still sound good? 2 minutes from Taconic. Stop anytime. Aha. Putnam Valley, New York. I don't know where that is. I know where some stuff is in New York, but not that. What bait do I use for my jaw jacker? Depending on what I'm fishing for. So most of the time it's just shiners. I've officially stopped buying smelting using smelt because they're stupid and they're expensive and they die quickly. Wow, that is really sensitive. Can you guys hear that? Anyways, if I'm not using shiners, I'm using eggs, which is what I've had the most luck with, like brookies and stuff like that. But so let me guys give me some feedback. I'm thinking. So I'm doing more and more content. Obviously, I have a crappy video that I'm editing right now. Let me show you. I can see two of me. I went out for like 2 or 3 hours and didn't catch anything big, but I caught a bunch of little tiny crappie. What depth do you mainly target Lakers? I've always grown up finding 30, 40 foot humps. Yes to that statement on the humps. The hump I was fishing this summer was around 40 to 50 with like 70-foot drop offs on either side. That did really well. And then I've caught Lakers in like 50-foot flats, like where it's just flat all the way across. And I've caught Lakers in 25 foot of water in like if you were to look at like a map of it, it's like a little tiny cove, basically, like a little indent where the Lakers come and push smelt into the corner, and the Lakers are just in there. They're really skittish in that depth of water, but I've caught them anywhere right where Ryan's saying 45 to 60 feet. And on Sebago, I've caught them in like 180. So, but I would try for that 45 to 60 feet. They're a little less skittish than that. Chris, 10 feet is. So I have a couple video ideas for this winter. One is sight fishing for Lakers, like the top guys are doing. The other YouTubers are doing, which would be my goal. My goal is to do that on Newfound, which is probably the clearest water in New Hampshire that has Lakers. Or Sebago, which has very clear water as well. I just don't know if they go up that shallow in that lake, but we'll find that out. I will be in Pittsburgh as well, Brandon. Hey, bud, you made it. I will be digging on Kennesaw Reservoir for Lakers. 100 and 125 feet. See, it's weird. It's just like it's all over the place depending on what lake you're in. Yeah, and I've heard big fish are up shallow. I don't really know rhyme or reason of where the big ones go. I really haven't caught. The big one I caught was on Sebago was 75 feet, and that was in the middle of summer. Well, not summer, but fall, actually. So there was really just no rhyme or reason to that. They were just staged up, and we were catching 27 inches before that. So I have heard a lot of people go up shallow with big baits. Awesome. I will be sleeping on the ice tomorrow night, Friday night, and Saturday night. It's going to be flipping cold. So expect a good video out of that. Duquesne, Champlain. What lake you fishing, Brandon? And Ryan McCarthy on the chat will be up there too. Mainly fish Winnie. Yeah, I'll be. I was torn between hitting Winnie and hitting Pittsburgh, and I'm going to go to Pittsburgh instead. Skins and Scales. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 8 o'clock here. I don't know what time zone you're in. My plan was to go to third, and then I'm going to check the ice on first tomorrow when I drive up there. Or actually, Ryan's going to check it, and I'm going to check it as well and see if I can run the snow dog on it. If I can, then I have a spot that I found this summer that was producing really well. It's like a freaking ledge, and it's not on Navionics at all. So not that it means people don't fish it, but it was productive this summer. I have the spot coordinates saved, and I have my cuss spot, so I could go set up there again. And I plan on doing maybe a catch and cook of the cusk on the ice. I got to bring a knife, so I'm gonna do that. I have a knife in my car. It's just not a really good filleting knife. My filleting knife's not really a good filleting knife either. What's up, Matt? This is the most amount of people I've ever had on this chat. This is amazing. 21 people. Did you ever catch a burbot? Yes. We call them cusk here, but if you check out my channel, video from probably 3 weeks ago. It was a video from basically last March, but I just released it about 3-4 weeks ago. Those are all burbot or cusk. Biggest one was unmeasured 28. It's up to you too, Josh. So there's a lot of people in this chat that I talked to a bunch and never met up. But so yeah, hopefully we can crash party. You can send me a DM and we can chat later. No problem. Cuss are amazing. Yeah, they are amazing eaters. I plan on bringing a cast iron pan. I got to buy some butter on the way up. Is it, John? Ryan, take note of Woods and Weeds' comment right there. Might be a few weeks out. How you're in COVID quarantine. That's crazy. And the only reason I'm going so far away on, what do you want to call it, New Year's Eve is because I'm actually sick as well. Not COVID, but I'm contagious. So I might not see everybody on the ice, but I'm supposed to be less contagious by the end of tomorrow and then better as the weekend goes on. They want you on, I guess. Boys on 603 last night. Who's that? Send me a link in the chat. I think somebody followed me yesterday. I have people follow me all the time. What's my plan of attack jig wise? Let me show you. So it's in my truck now, but that's the big mama tube. That's a 6-inch tube with a 1 3/4 inch bass. Sorry, a 3/4 inch, 1 3/4 ounce jig head. Oh, Sean and Andrew. Yeah, I've actually had a little tiff with 603 bass before. I don't think he remembers, obviously. But yeah, I can chat with those guys. I've never met Sean. We had some differences about pro staff situations, basically. But I have only caught one Laker on a tube, to answer Matt's question, and I've only caught a couple Lakers on bucktails. But my go-to is basically a jig with a little white paddle tail, so like a swim bait, basically. My crappie jig. I'm jigging Goldens and sending it. Don't care. Yeah, my goal is a trophy Laker this year too. Yeah, my plan is to hit the less known, I guess, less anything but winning lakes this year as much as possible. Tell you guys a little bit of my plan. So my plan is to catch a trophy Laker for New Hampshire trophy catch and release, which is 30 inches. He also said he's been an asshole and looking to work with local. That's funny. Andrew said you're an excellent trout fisherman. Yeah, so what's funny is like people recognize me as a trout fisherman now, mainly because I mean that's a striped bass behind me. But I do catch a lot of trout, and I started bass fishing, and then I wasn't allowed to like bass fish anymore because it took up even more of my time. Doing tournaments and stuff like that. I was gone every weekend and gone the whole weekend and didn't do well for my marriage. So went on a road trip, fished a lot of trout on my road trip because I was in Alaska and stuff like that, and just came back and started just continue doing that because I found bass fishing was getting a little bored. So is that Andrew Knowlton when you're talking about? I think that's his last name. Yeah, message me about the place. Yeah, Woods and Weeds. If you want to see some cool lake trout content from Champlain, check out his channel. There's also some of my channel. He's my cousin. And we go out there and we hammer a bunch of lake trout. My PB, that's from PB Through the Ice is this one. That's 27 and a half, something like that. It's on Champlain. On Winnipesaukee 2 days ago, I'm not going to tell you where because I'm going to be fishing there all next week, was 4.5, actually this much. So I actually measured this 4.5 inches, or 8 inches, depending on who you talk to. 4.5 inches on Champlain on one of the bays. So my goal is to drive up to Pittsburgh tomorrow, fish one of the lakes, or maybe two of the lakes, or maybe all three. I don't know yet. Fish Saturday morning at 12:01. Put down gust straps, jig all day, bounce around, do the same thing for Sunday. And then, I've heard about that lake, John. And then jig in the morning on Sunday, and I have to be back at Sunday at like 3:00, back this way. I wish it was 27 pounds, but it's 27 inch. I still haven't got a double-digit Laker yet because the one on Sebago was like 8 3/4 or something like that. Ryan might remember how much it was, but if I'm releasing it, I don't really care about the weight that much. This one is definitely inches. Yeah, if I wish it was 27 pound. 27-pound lake trout would be huge, really big. Like, how big would that have to be? 35 inches, 36, 37, maybe? 8.8. I know, still better than John B. and Sebago. Nice PA in the house, nice. I can definitely beat 27 on Sebago, and on Champlain. Yeah, I got to hit Big Diamond this year. So my plan. Your biggest is 32. I thought your biggest was 30 something for some reason. So my biggest is 31 on a Sebago, and that's open water. 20? Oh, 20 plus pound. You got to put pound in. We're talking about inches here. Going for 38 this season. Height? Pike or Laker? I'm trying to talk about Lakers. That's right. 38 inch would be huge. That's. I don't have a tape measure in front of me, but it's bigger than my camera angle. That's a big fish. I'm sure you'll get it. Especially on Sebago, like the fish that are in the mix there was surprising. The day that Ryan and I slaughtered them, I mean, what you guys didn't know about the Sebago video, I mean, a lot of people just hopped off, is we caught in the video 36 fish, and I caught 11 or 12 the day before, and I actually had to edit out fish to make it shorter. So, I mean, there were some that we got to the surface and we just let the pressure off and let them go. Laker, I get there. 38-inch pike all the time, he says. You guys, if you can check out Precision Angling too, and I'm hopefully going to have Precision Angling as a guest on this live chat. 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know. We got to find a day. Biggest Laker on Winnie's like 25, I think. And that was this summer. But I really haven't gone. Not that I really haven't gone. I only figured out Laker fishing on Winnie late last year, if that makes any sense. Actually, Laker fishing in general. Late last year, I caught more during the summer, this past summer on the lake. So I know more spots. Now I have the snow dog where I can actually bounce around. Before I was just like shooting in the dark, using the wrong bait. And I want to do. How far away is your well, I'm sure you got a bunch of pike spots, but I plan on hitting Sabatis at some point if I get sick of Laker fishing, maybe. But what I'm thinking about doing is doing like a multi-part series this winter. Is like the hunt for trophy lake trout. And since like episode 1, the hunt for trophy lake trout. And just do episode 1, 2, 3, 4, so you guys can like follow along for the journey this winter trying to find trophy lake trout. Part 1 is Saturday. Sabatis, was there really a car that fell through Sabatis today, or is that someone just messing around? Hold on, I gotta get some water here. Hold on. Crowded so far. Noise attraction. Literally BMW went through it. Yeah, I saw a picture on the main fishing thing. Smallmouth through the ice. I do have a smallmouth ice spot. No, it's a joke. No vehicle win. But the season is that's funny. Yeah, most ice I've seen this year already is like 7 or 8 inches. And of course, that's the day that my auger died. So that was fun. I love to follow the crowd sometimes. I've never gone for carp actively, but I plan on doing some carp fishing this winter for sure. Not winter, summer. All right, I need Bennett Precision, Joe Holland, and Maine. So Precision Angling and I have been talking. I've never talked to Maine Trout Whisperer. I'm sure the other Josh has. So Precision Angling just hung out with Joe Holland. My problem is I'm very rarely available on weekends. What are your top speed on heavy snow on the Snow Dog? I don't know because I didn't hit any heavy snow last year. Most I hit was like probably 6 inches last year with like slush underneath, and I could go like 15. But Snow Dog goes like 20. Buy them all day, spring long john. How much do they cost? So Snow Dog can range anywhere between, I think the cheapest one now is like 2,900, all the way up to like, I think the top one now is like a dual track with like a 20 horsepower. It's got like $6,000. So base price is like 3, and then it goes up to like 3,500. Like the one you really, really want, the one I want is like 3,500. Yes, sir. I'll be doing that this weekend. And I've done it with my gas motor too, like on the lake, like just rev the piss out of it. And best rod for automatic fishermen. The Ugly Stick 28-inch medium. I think it's medium. Medium and medium heavy, I'm not sure. And if you guys are lucky, if I'm on First Lake, which I don't really give my positions away, but there's like 18 people on this chat. If I'm First Lake, I should have enough service to go live there too, and you guys can see me jigging through the ice. But yeah, 28-inch. Also, Woods and Weeds, if you're still on, you can chime in on that too. Oh, I'm sure it does. I know Woods and Weeds have used the, what you want to call it, Hydro Wave, like that little box. It's like basically a speaker that plays noises under the water for bass and stuff like that. He says that's worked before. For my deep water for Lakers, well, deep water Sebago, I used, I don't know, I think it was like 30-pound braid last year to a swivel to mono because I didn't trust my knots. But what I'm using tomorrow is 15-pound braid. Same thing I used in the summertime, 15-pound braid with like a 6 or 8 pound fluoro leader. Chime in, I didn't. What do you like for you use the jaw jacker rods for your jaw jacker, right? £10 Berkeley sensation braid to leader. Did I freeze? I shouldn't have froze. I got super fast internet, guys. Doesn't mean I can't freeze, but. Sysmatic Fisher, how's it going? Do you ever target rainbows in Winnie? I've never targeted rainbows on Winnie. I've caught rainbows at a Winnie, both on their fall run and spring run. But I caught a couple ice fishing randomly last year. But I will be doing a lot more of that now that I'm doing it full time. So next week, I'll be on Winnie. Hopefully 3 days next week to get enough content for you guys. If I can edit the video that I'm going to shoot the next couple days quickly. I'm going to try small blade baits. I don't see why not. I've caught them on like rattle traps and stuff before. Thank you, Pablo Alonso. I can find them all through the spring and fall, never through the ice. Yeah, the problem with rainbows is they move freaking fast. And they're like suspended in the water column. They're not like on the bottom like Lakers, so they're not really easy to see on like traditional sonar because they're always moving so fast. The ones that I caught were like by severe accident. I was in 20 something feet of water and I just saw a little blip on the sonar and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna reel up to that, and it was a Laker. I mean, rainbow. Yeah, so sandy bottoms are key in like in shallow water. But I don't know. I've never really targeted them in Winnie or Newfound or anything like that. I guess they're bigger in Newfound, but every year people catch like 5-pounders, which is crazy. My goal is to get a 20-inch rainbow at some point, maybe through the ice this year, I'm sure. 4 to 6 feet of water sounds about right. Shallow water, sandy water, and bubblers. I was waiting. Ray, I didn't want to give your secrets away, but I'll let you chimed in there by yourself. Bum, bum. Sony. Figure why I'm chatting with you guys. I can make my computer do some video editing stuff for me. Chesty fixed. All right, back to the chat. Eggs smell. I really want to go. Give it a go. What's mine is your buddy. Thanks. Yeah, the dock bubblers. I mean, I've never caught one there, but Ray Norrismith, that's his tactic for catching them. I think we were both shocked when the ones I caught randomly jigging in that spot. I think just because the bait was there. And Winnie's such a weird. It's a stocked fishery, but it's a weird fishery because everything revolves around smelt in the lake, pin smelt or full size smelt. So wherever they are, that's where the fish are going to be. There's not much other food in there besides white perch, really, or yellow perch. And for the dock bubblers, do not set your line in the open water because that's illegal. Stupid, but it's illegal. Drill a hole as close as you can and don't fall in. Of course. But I'm pumped for tomorrow. Going up super early. I might go live again tomorrow. If I have enough service, I might bring this microphone. We'll see. It's not, quality's not going to be as good because I'm going to be on cell phone service, but we shall see. How many of you guys are here from my Facebook post? Like saying that I'm going live right now, or I am live. Cranks and Pike. We'll have to do I want to do like a Clayton Schick video of like all the underwater cameras looking at pike bait. Yeah, I know I have enough service on First Lake. Third Lake is going to be Canadian service, and that would be very expensive. Is Third Lake any? I mean, First Lake is kind of clear, not super clear. Not enough to sight fish in, I don't think. Unless I go on that rocky spot. Yeah, it's gonna have to. It sends you to the post. See, I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Not clear. Yeah, I didn't think so. Hey, let me know if the audio changes. Like my voice changes at all. Is it changing at all? So I have an expensive microphone, and I'm not sure if it's going through these or not. Shouldn't be. I've never fly fished the rivers on January 1st because I'm always ice fishing. Now, there is 3 spots that I love to try on the 1st. And if ice wasn't safe, I was going to do that instead. But I'm guessing my audio didn't change. Cool. It just sounds like a little. Every time that I move, that like makes a lot of noise. Anyways, yeah, there's 3 rivers that I want to try, and the opportunity to catch a monster brown is really high. The first, but it's that with standing in very cold water with no heat. With this doesn't have to be a fly rod, but I probably try to do it with a fly rod for the possibility of catching a big brown trout or a salmon or a possible lake trout. Is the only thing I can think of. I think if it rains Saturday, I'll try the fly. Yeah, I mean, that's the best bet. These places that are open after the 1st that are like below these dams, possibility of catching something's pretty big. I know a couple people that go right as the 1st opens. They're there first light. I'm gonna catch some salmons on the some salmon and stuff on the fly. They got to release it anyway. So, but problem is you guys want to see ice fishing content, not fly fishing content right now. So, even when I went to the Salmon River in the middle of the season last year, I knew it was going to be kind of a flat video because everybody's expecting ice fishing content from me. So that's the other reason I haven't done it. We got people dropping. Get 9 on. Bum, bum, bum. What are the questions you got? Yeah, so I'm going to try braid for the first time. You know, I've tried braid before. When I'm jigging in the shack tomorrow with heat on, I'll be using braid. I'll be bringing braid as a run and gun rod. And I also brought with me ice line, which I'm going to be rigging up on one of my inline reels. And I only have one Laker rod, technically, one that's actually heavy enough. So I might be buying another Laker rod. We'll see. But the biggest rod I have is 30 inches. Actually, I have a 50-inch rod that I use for Sebago. Just because the water's so deep, you want to get that hook set really good. But it's a pain in the butt. You got to stand 50 inches away from the hole. It's a pain in the butt in a small shack, and it's a pain in the butt even in a big shack because you got to stand so far back. So I don't bring it that often. And it's a bait caster, so I have to bring one of my bait caster reels on it. But that's what I used on Sebago last year. So my goal is to bounce around a bunch. Yeah, it is better for a hook set. It's just water collects to it and it freezes. So I'm going to use the Power Pro that I have now on it, like basically my summer reel. Tomorrow is supposed to be above freezing, so I'm not too worried. I should set it up because I have some big jigs, and that big rod is going to be good for it. It's kind of like I said, it's 50-inch, so it's a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass to even put in my car unless it's in the front seat with me. So, and in the shack and getting a hole drilled up. So my plan is to go up, get groceries, get up there, check ice, see what lake I'm going to be on, get set up on a good spot, and wait till 12:01. Go out in the middle of the night, start drilling some cuss lines. Set some cuss lines down, or I know there's cuss, and hopefully cook some. And catch some Lakers at the same time. Going to Maine for rainbow. I will still use bucktail on a wooden jig. See, I've never used a wooden jig stick in a bucktail. I can't imagine landing a. I mean, I can. Lake trout, small lake trout don't really fight that hard. You're just annoying, flopping around and stuff. But now I know some spots on Winnie from the summer. They just got to freeze. And problem is like before I used to just go on the weekend. I just go as far as the snowmobile tracks go, but now I'm going to be the first one out there. So I was the second one out there checking ice this year, where I'm going to be next week. And someone said they were already fishing out there. Not targeting Lakers, of course. Bum, bum, bum. Love hand lining them. See, like hand lining makes, you know what? I've only hand lined one Laker, and it was on a cuss trap, and that was last year. So the amount of Lakers I've caught through the ice is very small because I literally just started targeting them last year, or figuring them out last year. I probably caught 7 through the ice on Winnie, and then probably 3 in Pittsburgh. I mean, I didn't really fish that much for them last year. I went for them a bunch. I went for white perch a couple times and didn't get to them. But like last year, I only fished. If you guys think about it, I only fished 52 weekends minimum, which is every weekend. And so, this year it's January, February, and part of March. That's it. That's only like 8 times that you can fish. But now that I'm going a lot more, I should be able to do it. Figure it out, and I'm going to be doing an ice fishing how-to, lake trout ice fishing how-to video where I'll share my secrets once I figure them out and get it really dialed in. Yes, extremely mobile is key. Yes, so I asked Fishing Game the question about Stinson and Tartleton and the other ones that are not managed for lake trout. You can fish them, and you can fish Winnie right now, technically, but the thing is you cannot target Lakers. You can't bring Lakers out of the ice. Even in Stinson, you can't target Lakers. Even though the lake is open, they're not managed for lake trout. The species is closed until the 1st. And I can show you the screenshot from Fishing Game. Because my number one thing is not breaking the rules on camera or at all, really. So I don't know if that's backwards for you guys or not, but so basically my question was, can I target lake trout in general regulation water right now? Like Stinson, this was November 17th. This is not until January 1st. So the species is closed. If you read the rule that way, it's not a great line. And what they should do is what Vermont did 2 years ago with their walleye season is like the walleye spawn season in a couple of rivers is completely closed. Like the area is like shut down, like no fishing at all. That makes it really easy. Like this bridge to this bridge is done. I think it's the Lamoille River where I used to live up there. What it should say is no targeting lake trout of any sort. Like no grip and grins. Like this is called a grip and grin. No fish leaving the water. And they should also do it for the salmon species. They should clarify that as well. They should do what Vermont just did. And Vermont just made a bunch of rule changes and clarified their rule book to like, it was like 14 pages down to like 4. And actually opened up some more bodies of water and make it a lot easier for people. Our rule book it's insane. And I read it all the time. I have it saved in my phone. You can ask Ryan. Check it all the time. Check it even when I'm on the water. For sure, I don't see anybody. And it's funny. A lot of people go on what they've heard from other people. My whole life growing up, my dad told me the rules for trout were for lakes and ponds. So I used to fish Millen Pond in Washington, New Hampshire, which is a trout pond. So it was closed during ice fishing season, which means like the fourth Saturday in April to October or whatever it is, right? He thought that was trout season. But if you look at trout in New Hampshire, if you're lumping lake trout, salmon, and all the other trout that they stock, there's like 7 freaking seasons for those species. So you can't go species specific. You need to go water body specific, see if it's in the special regs. And if it's not in the special regs, then you bounce out the general regs. And if it's in the general regs, it's either a date or it's a water body specific kind of thing, like 2 lines. So it's, the gray area is where they make their money. Oh, I thought this was not open. Yeah. So like I fished Winnisquam after the lake trout season was closed, looking for white perch. And all I could catch was Lakers. Like I didn't release that video because people would be complaining. But every lake that I caught did not leave the water. It was unhooked right at the edge of the water. Gone. And I had some big Laker chases for sure on that lake. I'm getting tired. We've been at this for almost an hour, guys. Can you hear me now still? Sound like it just clunked out. Oh, it's just these earbuds like gently fall out of my ears. It's really annoying. Really annoying. You're welcome, Matt. When it comes to rules, always ask Fish and Game. Like if you're unclear, they have someone sitting next to the computer all day long answering questions on Facebook, because if it's Monday through Friday, like their normal business hours, they answer like almost right away. What happens to me, I usually ask them on Sunday and they get back to me on Monday. Because I wanted to do some like silly stuff and they're like, nope, can't do that because of our rules are kind of silly. Like the single and lure and artificial lure, which means one, like you can't do like one line and a hook and then another hook. It's freaking crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, that's how they make their money. I was going to post something on Facebook this year. I just bought my fishing hunting combo for like $70 something. And 129 white Dodge. Did you see me somewhere? All right. Talk to you later, Ray. Thank you. I'm not fishing tomorrow. I'm going to be prospecting tomorrow. If I see something, it's going to be really hard. Oh yeah, I did hear you. That place was a wasteland. Like I had caught one bass in like 26 foot of water. Someone told me there was crappie in there, so I went there for crappie, and I didn't even mark any perch besides this big. I dropped on the AquaView camera, and like they were too freaking small to hook. Probably would have killed them if I reel them up, actually. Got one in there either. Yeah, it's on. Actually, says on Fishing Games website that they're in there. I got some yesterday. Nothing big. Biggest one was probably yay big. Guy I know caught like 100 in a different lake that I don't know, so I gotta go and figure that out. But that's what you guys requested. Every once in a while, I'll put a YouTube poll on my YouTube channel what people want to see for content. It was lake trout and then crappie, and then I haven't gone back and looked at it in a while. I think it was pike after that. So my channel trends, yeah, 29% lake trout, 27% crappie, 18% pike, and then perch and bass were low. Brown trout. Yeah, I don't really target brown trout to the ice, but so do you guys think it's a good idea? I will be targeting white perch this year at some point. It's going to be by accident. I'll be trying to find lake trout, and I'll be going for white perch by accident. But so do you guys like the idea of having like the search like trophy lake trout episode 1, and then whatever lake I'm on next episode 2, 3, 4? And that way I think it'll be more like a TV show and get people like, what's the next episode? What's the next thing? You guys like do you guys like that theme, or you just want to see just whatever? I need something to like challenge the channel, basically. Search for state records. Well, I mean, I guess it's a good title, but just fishing is perfectly fine with me. All right. It's going to be Like for me, it doesn't make sense to just go. That's the thing. It doesn't make sense for me just to go for like trophies, because if I was going for trophies, I would do what, the state record holder did, which was go out on one pond over and over and over again. I'm guessing. I haven't seen his little content thing, but I'm into that sort of content, like small, like a small series. It'd be through the whole winter, but it wouldn't be every video about lake trout. It would just be like everyone that comes up. Like tomorrow would be the start of it, basically episode 1. Or I could just do a bunch of mixed content. Like tomorrow, I'm doing the camping stuff, which people like. Yeah, if I wanted to go buy, 11-inch suckers and go fish 2 lines and not jig, I could do that with big baits. But the chances of catching a big lake trout that way is high. But the percentage of me doing it and keeping you guys entertained is very low. Like it's going to be lots of trips of no fish at all. Or, no big fish at all. Like that's the possibility, and spending lots of money on big bait, because I don't know where to trap, or I don't know how to trap for suckers that big. So lots of money to buy the damn things. Big bait trout fishing is interesting content. Yeah, I'll be showing my setups. I do need to get another Laker rod, like I said, at some point. I know they're cheap. I just gotta find one that I like. I want like a 38-inch rod, something I can really put power into the fish. Chicken sucker traps tomorrow. Sweet deal. Yeah, I'll be targeting white perch on Winnie at some point. And I was just talking to Tim Moore, and he reached out to me and said, "Oh, let's collab." And this is like back in October. And the fall just got away from both of us, and we just never. I thought he was talking about ice fishing, and now he says he's at very few days open during the ice fishing season. So if he's free, he'll hit me up. But he's the white perch master. Yeah, exactly. One freaking fish is $12. Fire tip, you should check it out. Let me Google it right now. I want a nice, sensitive Northern fire tip. 2-piece. Ice fishing rigs, baits, kits, jigging spoons, hard plastic bar, accessory spots. I go to the fire tip thing and it doesn't work. Anyways, I can check that out later. I got it saved now. I have never, I have ice fished Master Basic once from like the Manchester closest side and didn't catch anything. And I've done one of my how-to videos there, but it didn't involve actually a fishing rod. So yeah, I have taken my canoe there a couple of times and did well with bass. And there's a lot of pickerel on the Manchester side too that I want to do with different ways you can fish. Yeah, what I don't get about I don't get about ice fishing rods is there's no reason to make the eyelet small at all. Like they're not funneling line. There's no casting benefit because you're not casting with them. Like I have one rod that has an eyelet that's like literally this big. It's kind of a noodle stick rod. I don't know why they don't make the end one bigger. It has no. Maybe it's for more torque on the rod. I don't know. I don't know why they don't do that. But yeah, it is kind of annoying. Yeah, eventually I'll buy a frostbite rod. One like the Mr. Big or something like that. Right. One day, guys, Frostbite will reach out to me and says, "Would you guys like to be sponsored by Frostbite?" And I'll say yes. Until then, beef stick, walleye, dead stick. So I don't know about all around lake trout big game. The Mr. Big, 43-inch graphite. And that's a heavy. And they have the Drama Queen. That's, I want graphite, not fiberglass. $62. Or the Vanta Black, which is $124. Maybe I'll bring my big Leica rod with me. Yes, I've seen those like the spring-loaded eyelets that you can just bend over. They make them for fly rods too, but I can't remember the name of them right now. Good luck too. All right, guys, we've been at this for an hour and 2 minutes, and I gotta go shower and still pack some stuff. Got some new presents for Christmas, like a new camera case, which I'm super excited. Just packed that all up, got that all done, and I will be on the ice around hopefully like 3 o'clock tomorrow. Hopefully on good ice tomorrow. But thank you guys all for watching. This is the biggest one I've had yet. And hopefully I can catch some lake trout for you guys tomorrow and some cusk. Cook them up, make a nice video. I'll be doing I'll be going through doing a video about all my gear on the ice. Probably tomorrow as well. Or maybe Saturday when there's more light out or something like that. I did it last year and I actually deleted the footage back then. So good night, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and then Happy New Year and Merry Christmas since I didn't talk to you before that. Happy New Year, everybody, and here's to a new year. And see you next Thursday. All right, bye. See if I can end this thing. There we go.